Welcome, my name is Michael Rossi and I'm the founder and artistic director of the Miami Music Festival. The Miami Music Festival trains over 250 young artists. These young artists come to Miami for 8 weeks of intensive training, and while they're with us, they perform 75 performances here in Miami. So the Miami Music Festival started 5 years ago. My wife and I wanted a place for young artists to come and work with an amazing faculty and get performance experience that they may not be getting in their college or in their current career path. We thought that there was going to be roughly 35 people, and we wound up getting over 150 people our very first year. And then the program blossomed and we get over 1,500 applications. We have students from over 25 countries that come to the program, and they study for roughly 4 to 8 weeks. We wanted a place that was attractive for the students, a place where they could learn, and Miami was just the perfect fit because basically all classical music stops at the end of May and doesn't start up again until October, so there's this big void for the arts during the summer months. The program now has 4 large institutes. The Opera Institute is one of our largest programs, and we're able to present over 5 full productions.
Students consistently tell me that the greatest part of being in our program is the fact that they get to perform a role with orchestra, stage direction, and wonderful costumes. Something that they did not get to do in some of their own schools.
So in our Opera Apprentice program, we try to give our students a real-time environment, meaning that our participants are putting together an opera production in the same exact way a professional opera house would put the production together.
I saw that they were doing a few shows that I was interested in, including Ghost of Versailles, and I was like, man, I've always wanted to play the Worm, and I was like, it's worth an audition. So I sent in an audition tape. Didn't really think about it twice. The next thing I got an email saying, hey, do you want to play the Worm in the Ghost of Versailles? I was just honored to be able to be a part of this thing with such amazing musicians, both in the orchestra, in the opera program, everywhere, and all the instructors. They're just so fulfilling, and they keep us on our toes to make sure we work hard for our careers. And it is the coffin of the red-haired dolphin. Long live the world.
For our Orchestra Institute, our participants get to work with amazing faculty members from the leading orchestras of the world. We have faculty from the Metropolitan Opera, New York Philharmonic, the Cleveland Orchestra, Philadelphia Orchestra, San Francisco Orchestra. They get private lessons, they get master classes, and our students will perform in 4 full symphonic concerts. They gain a lot of experience. Some students play more in orchestra at our festival than they can at an entire semester in their college, and that's something we're very proud of.
My name is Tabitha Johnson. So I am from Barrie, Ontario, Canada. It's a smallish town. It's got about 150,000 people in it. So this was the first music festival I've ever been to. And one of the biggest things that I loved about it was that it was really focused on piano. We were practicing, we were collaborating with pianists, we were talking with pianists, we were dealing with piano teachers, and that was amazing because it was a huge break from the university environment. After winning as well, it was amazing. It was honestly like, it was surreal for a little bit. I was like, oh yay, I get to play with orchestra. We've gotten such amazing tips and such amazing things that we can take home with us. Like, I think that's really important. Like, we can take home a lot. We're leaving much heavier, much better musicians than we came in as. So, yeah.
So the Wagner Institute is one of my favorite things that we were able to create. I've been in love with Wagner's music since being in the orchestra at the Washington National Opera. I've had the opportunity to play the Ring Cycle many times, and I've fallen completely in love with Wagner's music. And one of the things missing is a training program for Wagnerian singers. What winds up happening is singers have a professional career. They're singing in the opera houses in their late 20s and 30s. They're singing Mozart and Verdi and Puccini. And once their voices mature, the dramatic singers, what winds up happening is they get just thrown into Wagnerian opera without any sort of background or training in the style. So what we did was we created an institute where these professional singers basically come back to school into a learning environment, and we bring in Wagnerian specialists. The last couple of years we've had Linda Watson, we've had Christine Gerke, Christine Brewer, Alan Held, and they've worked with our professional participants, and at the end of the program they present a full Wagnerian concert.
My name is Soloman Howard, bass, or Soloman Howard basso profundo, profound bass, translated. And I performed the role of Hunding, and it was actually my first time performing that particular role from the Valkyrie, and I had the privilege of being able to go and participate in the Wagner Institute to have coachings, to gain better knowledge and skill level in the Wagner style of music. A lot of people understand that for Wagnerian singers or to sing Wagner's music, we consider it, the Olympian training for opera singers. And I was able to learn a new role, to add something else to my resume, but to be able to learn it in a safe environment, as we typically say. Wagner's music is really difficult to sing. The orchestras are typically larger than the typical orchestra. The instrumentation sometimes is doubled, so you have a lot more going on, a lot more sound that's required. The drama, the music, everything it's to another level than what we are used to hearing from some other composers. This was something that I was able to gain from being there, and actually got the opportunity, like I said, to learn a new role and to be able to now go forward and perform it in other places. So that particular role was started at the Miami Wagner Institute.
So within 5 years' time, we already have a large number of alumni who are working in many major institutions. We have participants performing in major opera houses, including the Metropolitan Opera. For the orchestra program, we already have students who are winning professional jobs. Our Piano Institute has alumni that are beginning their solo careers and are performing with many major orchestras around this country. And I think that's one of the best things to see, is how well our students are doing, and we hope that the time that they had here helped them achieve this success in their careers. To become a participant of the Miami Music Festival, apply or make your donation online at our website, miamimusicfestival.com. Thank you for watching.